Hey y'all, and welcome back to Cajun Country Living. As y'all can see from the title, we are
moving in.
By the time y'all have seen this, we have already got everything going, everything rolling, moving in here, sleeping, staying, washing, shampooing, all in one place.
The staples, the necessity. Although it was never our intent to really move in here and start living until we completely got everything done, but I don't know if you've ever lived a long term in an RV or not. We were ready to get out of there. So pretty much we're living in a kind of a remodel type situation right now because we're not completely finished, but we do have the staples of living.
So that is what we have been up to this week. We have got all of our essential items moved in here, except for one. So we're gonna show you all around and show you some of the work that we got done this week.
That's right. Sorry for not capturing every bit of this, but we was really grinding every evening to try to get this stuff done.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
So one of the essential things that we really needed to get in here was something to be able to cook on. We got a stovetop. If y'all checked out our video that we posted on Sunday, we actually did a cooking video for y'all. So if you haven't seen that, I will put it on the screen right here. But one thing that we didn't actually realize whenever it came to getting this stovetop was it was an induction stovetop. What that means is wherever there's metal on your pot is the only place that's going to heat up on your top. Well, every single possible pot or pan or anything that we had was either aluminum or stainless. We went ahead and bought a new set of pots, which was very exciting to be able to do, and we hope to show y'all a few more cooking videos along with being able to actually get in here and cook every night rather than having to go all the way over to the camper.
One thing to stay in here, during the day it's not too bad, but at night you have to have lights. And being as we don't have the sheetrock finished on the ceiling to put our light cans in for the recessed lighting, we had to come up with something. So, what did we do? Shop lights.
Shop lights for the win every time.
They're so easy. They're so easy to install. It takes like a couple minutes and you got light. Boom. Everything's bright as day. Like the sun in here.
So moving right over here, this is where our sink is gonna live. Now, is it gonna be this sink? No, this one's just gonna be temporary, but we needed something here because we have all of our water running, but we didn't actually have a sink to be able to put in. This sink is also our bathroom sink.
So being used to living a type of minimalist lifestyle, I guess you would say, because we have been in an RV so long, it doesn't really take a whole lot for us to be able to succeed in doing what we do every day. So we can get by with just fine with a few cabinets until we have time to build our entire kitchen cabinet set. It's really not a big deal for us at all. So we do have the staples and we have the room to put our things in. That was the main goal. Because these cabinets are not but 48 inches long, to be able to maximize our countertop space, we went ahead and got a 6-foot countertop and let it overhang a foot. So we gained 4 more feet of countertop by just allowing the overhang to happen. Because it is a temporary setup and it's going to go to the wayside anyway, so I don't really care if it sags after a while anyway.
Another thing that y'all probably have picked up on is we did get to get 1 load of sheetrock in this whole week, actually 2 weeks that it has not stopped raining. So we just went ahead and took a chance and we got really, really lucky. Now we only have 2 sheets of it left, but we did go ahead and finish it up on this section. Where we got our cabinets at, they also offer a temporary pantry. Considering buying one of those just to have as a temporary option, and tell us y'all's thoughts. Do you think we should do that, or what do you think? Y'all know how much time we have dedicated to our house build to get to where we are today. Whenever we wake up in the morning, our first thought is, what are we gonna do today on the house? Not, what are we gonna eat today? Luckily, we have Huel. Huel makes nutritionally complete, convenient, affordable food with minimal impact to animals and the environment. Huel makes nutrition a whole lot easier. No tricks, no fads, no fuss. Just a perfectly balanced plant-based food packed with 27 vitamins and minerals. Here we have the Huel Black Edition blend containing everything our body needs. Perfect for on the go. It is 100% nutritionally complete, contains 27 essential vitamins and minerals, plant-based and gluten-free. It is high in protein and low in carb, contains less than 5% sugar, easy source of fiber, and has no artificial sweeteners. With 40 grams of protein and containing probiotics, Huel is the perfect drink for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. My favorite flavor is the vanilla. Plus it's a great base because I like to add sometimes peanut butter or fruit, just kind of change it up a little bit. So whenever you place your first order, you're gonna get a free shaker, a free shirt, plus it's gonna have a guide in there to get you started. Click the link in the description to start eating healthy, affordable, and convenient. Thank you, Huel, for sponsoring this week's video. Here is our very minimalist living room.
So no living room is complete without a television. So the fireplace beam supports are now acting as a temporary television mount.
So Loudly's toys are still out because she has been playing on these non-stop. But we just brought our chairs over from the camper, put them in here, and you know what? This patio outdoor furniture is just perfect. Works for us. It'll definitely do in a pinch. Okay, do you want to show them what we're still missing out on?
Well, we're not really missing out on it. We actually have it.
Right here, folks. You have our refrigerator. What do we keep in that refrigerator? What? Jelly and Diet Coke.
Hey, that's the staples of life right there. Hopefully that refrigerator will be here late this evening or in the morning, so we'll actually have an adult-sized refrigerator to put in the kitchen to put our things in.
So now moving on to our bedroom. This setup that we have going on over here is actually going to be for our spare bedroom. Our bed set has not come in yet, so we're still waiting on the frame for that. But in the meantime, that way we had a place to sleep that's up off the ground. This queen size bed frame in here. So all this is going to end up in the spare bedroom, like I said. But for now, we're just breaking it in. And I know what y'all are thinking. We got these blinds custom made. No, we didn't even cut them off. We just went ahead and left them up there. Those are actually on Amazon, and they're actually just temporary paper blinds. And we actually do have our blinds that came in, and we are so excited to show y'all. We just gotta wait a few more weeks till we get the trim in.
So over here we have just a dandy little setup. And no, it's not 12 o'clock. We are constantly setting the time on this thing though. So when I go to work in the mornings, got coffee ready to go as soon as the alarm goes off.
I swear that Jim has not put the receptacles in that go in the kitchen because he does not want to have to move the coffee pot in there. That's why it's in here.
It's so convenient. You just mere feet from the bed to fresh coffee in the mornings.
You know what's even more convenient? Outlets in your kitchen, okay? Outlets in the kitchen.
Okay, so I'll work on them this week, maybe.
Promise?
Perhaps.
Y'all, we need to hold them to that. One last thing is we did buy this shelf, and it is our temporary closet. So like we said, very minimalist, but it'll do for now.
One of the places that Lydia put the load of sheetrock in this week that we got was right here. Makes such a difference from seeing that foam insulation to seeing it actually covered with sheetrock.
And this is actually never going to be seen because we're going to end up putting a false wall right in front of where the water heater's at. But it was just kind of a decision that we made that made us think, okay, do we really want to have to look at that spray foam every single time that we go in there? Which hopefully will not be often, but I think it was just going to be a good choice.
So this is the water heater that we have for the house. It is a 50-gallon electric hot water heater. If you've ever stayed in an RV, you know you have a minimal amount of time to take a shower before it gets cold. That is not the case anymore. Okay, so we have this connected into our PEX pipe that we delivered from the wall. I want to put a quick opening valve here and here, but I did not have them at the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back, we're going to drain the system back down whenever we add in our master bathroom shower valves, and then I'm going to cut these 2 valves in at that point in time. That way we have isolation on the hot and the cold side. If I ever need to work on the water heater, or if we just need to valve out one side for some reason, we'll have that capability. So where this is actually located in the house is in the master bathroom. And where I'm squatted down talking to you right now is where the tub is going to be. In this area here, this is the supply lines for the water for the tub, and this is the drain line for the tub. So in order for all this platform to be able to tie into this in the future, we had to build this at 24 inches to make it flush. The rest of the platform is going to be built out of 2x4 walls with 3/4 inch plywood on top of it. But in order to hold the load of all of this hot water, we didn't really want to take a chance of sagging plywood, so we built this all out of solid 2x8s and 2x12s.
So ever since we got this washer and dryer hooked up, I don't think that I've actually stopped washing and drying clothes. We kind of spoiled it in our last video to show you all the rugs that we had purchased, but our washer and dryer came in. It has been 4 years since Jim and I have been able to wash and dry our clothes in the same place that we're staying at. Now they are really, really large capacity. As y'all could see, we actually did put a whole rug inside here. We are so pleased with the way that these came out. These are a ivory color, I believe is what they call them, if y'all liked them. But they're not just a white, which to me, it didn't really matter. As long as we had a place to wash and dry our clothes in the house, we were just really happy. I am so glad that you are such an organized person.
This looks like a chaotic mess to a lot of people, I'm sure, but there is a method behind my madness. Each one of these cords feeds a light or multiple lights. Going back to what we were talking about, we don't have all the receptacles in, we don't have all the switches in because we don't have our lights ran yet, but the temporary lighting is on this power strip.
All of our shop lights, right?
That's right. So if we want to turn the lights off, all I have to do is switch this power strip off, boom, lights are off. Just like magic. Lights are back on. Imagine that. So this bundle of wires, this plethora of home runs here is all the home runs that are yet to be installed. We only install the home runs after we've actually put in all the receptacles and switches on a given circuit. So otherwise it stays right back here. That way there's no confusion of having hot wires that are exposed and somebody could touch them. We just don't want to play like that.
So it's a good thing that we went with the 40 spot, huh?
Yeah, the first box that we put in there was a 20 spot. And 20 spot. 20 bucks, 20 spot. Anyway, everybody in the comments was like, no, that is absolutely crazy. You at least need a 40 circuit box. And I was thinking, man, there's no way. I was counting them all up. But anyway, y'all are 100% right because we haven't even got started and we're almost a quarter of the way through all these circuits already. So thanks and props to that. So in our last video, we were installing this tub and we didn't quite get finished with it before that video was done, but an overwhelming amount of people said, Jim, you put the washer in upside down. You put that tapered gasket in upside down. And I was like, oh my God, I did. So we went back and we fixed that. We flipped that over. It was a mistake. And we got a lot of comments even after that saying, man, I hope we didn't offend you by doing that. But I just want to point out, that's what makes this platform so awesome. That's what makes this community so great. We all make mistakes, and I made one right there, and you helped me. You helped me correct that. And that is awesome. That's what this is all about. It's not us being great and wonderful trying to show you everything that we do. We're part of a community. That's y'all, and you helped us out, so we thank you for that. Another thing that we want to talk about is we had a lot of people concerned about, do you have a P-trap in? Do you have a vent? And if you've been watching us from the beginning, you know that we installed the P-traps into the rough end plumbing before we poured the slab. So it's actually below grade. And the vent is in the wall tied into a header system. So there is a drain and vent on every drain in this house. Each and every one of them. I can assure you that, because I don't want to be smelling these sewer gas.
The shower tub combo was one of the first things that I got to pick out for this house whenever it actually came to deciding on a color. And I thought that the matte gold color was just so beautiful. Well, one thing that I didn't actually realize is that it didn't come with the drain kit. Finding a matte gold drain kit has been nearly impossible. So, reaching out to y'all now. If y'all can find a matte gold drain kit, y'all please let me know. Tag me, do whatever y'all need to do. Send it to us. I will pay you. Send us an email. Send us a picture of it. Just let me know where it's at, because I have looked everywhere for this matte gold drain kit and cannot find one. Now I found a brush gold, which is not the same because it's like a brass color. And I know I'm rambling, but y'all, matte gold. Don't forget. If somebody sends a drain kit via drone to our house,
that would be so cool. That would be so awesome. I'd be like, hey, they got any fried chicken they can hang on that thing when they send it? Man, this fat boy's got to eat.
So now I'm going to show y'all something that I keep getting made fun of just from a few people that have seen it so far. But y'all give me your honest opinion. And that is our square toilet.
So like many things that we didn't know, whenever we put this toilet in, everything is compressed against the flange on the bottom, and that flange sits on the concrete. So I guess we should have allowed more space around the pipe for that to go down into, but we didn't know. And sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. So what we did was we put spacers in to level this toilet. We bought grout, and we're gonna grout underneath this toilet, and that's the way it's gonna live. Hopefully it looks nice. I don't know, but there's really nothing else that we can think of to do other than jackhammering a bunch of concrete out, and we're probably not going to do that.
So I know y'all are just so excited to see our toilet, but there it is. But the excitement that we had over this toilet was like second to none.
Beyond words. A toilet without a kickstart. I mean, what a concept. I mean, we have a push button toilet. No foot involved. It's amazing. So we've got a lot of comments that was asking the question, why did you run the sheetrock vertically instead of horizontally? Well, we have 9-foot ceilings. So if we have a 4-foot section and we stack two 4-foots on top of one another, then we have a 1-foot section. So it ends up with a lot of seams. They do make 4.5-foot sheetrock, you know, the width, but not around here apparently. So that's the reason for the 9-foot sheetrock. We can install one piece vertically and it's covered. I know it might not be the best application, but I know a lot of people that's done it, and we've talked to a lot of people that says it's really no harm either way. It might be better the other way, but this was the hand that we were dealt.
Something that we were told constantly, and even still now told constantly, was why did y'all decide to build right after this pandemic? Not only have the prices of everything gone up, but it's actually really, really hard to get our hands on a lot of this stuff. A lot of this stuff we have to wait 6-7 weeks out, and we have to start planning ahead of time for those kinds of things. Or we can adapt. Which
is really mind-blowing, because it is a long time after the fact, and we are still struggling with some of the off-the-shelf items, no-brainers. They're easy to get, but like if it's anything even close to a specialty item, you just better go ahead and set up your tent and get ready, because it's going to be a while.
And one of those things was the mold-resistant sheetrock. I know y'all are fixing to roast me, so just hang on just a second and let me explain myself, okay? A little bit of information about this sheetrock. So I actually didn't know this whenever we came into starting on this sheetrock. Drywall and sheetrock are the same thing. Sheetrock is just a brand of drywall. So it is actually mold-resistant drywall. What makes it that mold-resistant drywall is they put a fiberglass front instead of a paper front on the exposed side of the sheetrock. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it is 100% waterproof, but it does mean that it is gonna help resist that water and that mildew issue. We obviously hung regular sheetrock in the bathroom. So our solution to that is a sealant. Kiehl's is a really popular brand that has primers and sealants, and they actually make one that is 100% waterproof, and it is going to be the sealant that we probably are going to choose to use, and that way it'll actually make this sheetrock that we have up right now just like that green or purple sheetrock that you buy that's the mildew resistant.
And we can actually get our hands on some 8-foot sheets of that, but we're going to have seams everywhere, and we're just not going to do that. We're going to buy the good coating to go over it to try to make this stuff as mold resistant as we can. And hey, the other stuff with the fiberglass and the waxes and all that kind of stuff to go on that outer paper, I wish we could get it, but it's just not worth it.
So that is what we're gonna do. I'm so sorry. I know y'all are gonna hate it, but hopefully it does help somebody who also can't get their hands on any of that green or purple sheetrock. Now, whenever it comes time for the other bathroom, we are gonna try and get some ordered. Don't hold me to that, but we are talking to a company right now that said they're gonna see what they can do.
So thank you all so much for joining us this week. Kind of get caught up on everything that we've been up to and everything that we've been doing.
Yeah, so we're gonna sit back and relax for just a minute.
No, we're not.
No, I'm kidding, we're not. These barely have gotten sat in since we moved them in here. Well, there's a lot more that we still need to get done in the house, and there's actually a lot of stuff that we need to get done outside, if it'll ever stop raining. Thank you to everybody who's reached out this week. Also, we are dealing with a lot of the flooding issues, and it raining every day has really been difficult on us. So thank you all for the different pace this week of our video, but we are so happy that y'all are here, and we are so happy to be able to show y'all just even our little accomplishments. So y'all make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see y'all next week. Where are we gonna go work at today?